Well, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee. This out to the 16-yard line.
Ready? 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Hustle, hustle.
He'll look to throw. A throw on the money to Rager. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down. The Steelers at 9-1 on the year, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one too low. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Now you look at the Saints defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
They'll look to throw again. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So on 4th down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Duggan looking to throw. And it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him reeking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw is Duggan. And he comes back with one complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. He goes 52 yards on the punt return. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Back 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Slot man moves right.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ochoa. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they were going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Rager, the man in motion.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Inside the 5 to the 4. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Parker, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
2nd and goal at the Saints 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now 14-0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing, Duggan. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. There he goes, left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's Duggan to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Duggan will look to throw this. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Duggan. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. After After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Buffalo 18.
Second and 4. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Pete Werner. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Needed 13, they got 14 on third down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So
in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Broncos. Go.
Back to throw again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Duggan now to throw. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dugan. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dugan flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Warriors 70. 18, Pioneer. Come 19, come 19. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Tempo, 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 tempo.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Bronco 80, 19 Lions. Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And his kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Dugan. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. He's across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off play action. Dugan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Dugan. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Dugan. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Dugan. He's got it. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. Miller kept out of the end zone on 4th and goal, and instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Viking 18. Dragon 60. Hey,
and they'll send the slot in motion left.
60 Eagle. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
2nd and 11. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Powers through. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Duggan looking to throw. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Kendre Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Ready up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
79 Broncos. Warriors 70. 18 Pioneer.
Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. It looks like they'll move things around here.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They're going to look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
19 Lions. Mustang 19.
Back to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
7 Pirates. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. A gain there of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Achane gets it from the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Achane. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Pittsburgh, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get to stay home.